Hi, I put together this video to demonstrate how to change the front spoiler lip, the little black lip that's at the edge, underneath edge of the front spoiler on a GT4, very similar process for a GT3. It can be considered a wear item because no matter how careful you are, it's not uncommon to get it scraped on driveway entrances and curbings. This car has 10,000 miles on it, a couple of years old, has seen some track time, and more importantly, a lot of around town time, which has taken its toll on the front spoiler lip. So wanted to see how easy it was to change it out. Got a great price on one through Suncoast Parts online. It arrived in the mail, and now we'll see what's involved in putting the new one on. Here's the front spoiler lip of the GT4 after 10,000 miles of driving on local roads, running errands, and trying not to scrape, but accidentally scraping obviously into curbings and entry ramps, banging into cement parking stops accidentally. Here we have a new front spoiler lip that came from Suncoast. Came in an enormous box just because of the size of it, but comically lightweight compared to the size of the box it was in. These are the bolts that have to be accessed for the front spoiler lip. Underneath, right here, there's one on each side. It's this one right here. Starting here on one side, after the screw is removed from below, ended up using a tool carefully to get in here to try to get into the tabs and get this separated from the side. And in so doing, I was able to pull this part off, and then we'll do the same thing following tabs all along the edge of the lip. These are the tabs that are positioned along the edge of the lip. And so with the new lip, you can get an idea of where they're actually located. So for the old lip on the car, you know where to get a tool in to get those separated and carefully loose from the bumper. I measured on the new lip the distance from the edge to where the first tab is to know exactly where to start working on the existing lip. And once I got the tool in here gently, I was able to pry this down. It takes a little bit of force, and then that released. Once the first one released, the second one then popped. So at this point, it should just be a matter of systematically popping them as you go along. The front corner tab is proving to be a little bit difficult. I got the first one released with the tool, then the second and third popped pretty easily, and then coming around to this corner right here, I'm gonna need to use the tool again. I measured that it's about 5.5 inches between tabs, so I can measure from here to here to find out exactly where to place the tool here to start working again. So I got that one loose with the tool, and now we'll work our way again, another 5.5 inches. And after the first few tabs are released, then kind of becomes an easier matter of just starting to pop them out. Pops right along. All the way to the corner. Then we'll release the other screw on that side. And that's it, got around the corner, got this screw removed down here, same one on that side. Released the tab up here with the tool, got this one with the tool, and then the rest just popped off around the corner since we'd already started on that end. And who knew? There's a little GT4 embossed right down here underneath the front lip. Very cute, Porsche. Here's the car without the lip. You can see the slot that it goes into, and you can see all the little individual slots for the tabs, give you an idea of where they go. There, and all around. And putting the new lip on, same process, we'll just do it in reverse. End up starting with this first tab up here, getting that started, working our way all around, and then once everything's secured, then we'll put the screws back in. it's molded to be a nice, tight, secure fit. So once you get the first tab in place up here on the corner, and then guide that second one before you start getting the next ones in, I found that you need to get things up in place on the other side and actually start pulling on it a little bit around the corner to line everything up and get it centered and tight before popping the tabs in. A final little pop or shove on each corner gets it into place, and then we can get the screws reattached. So those are the only tools you really need to get this job done. Some type of either thin flathead screwdriver or prying tool or plastic trim removal set would work as well. This was metal. I didn't want to scrape into the bumper, but I was careful and didn't do any damage with that. So as long as you're careful, that's fine. And Torx 25 bit wrench to be able to get the screws out, the 2 screws out, 1 from each side. And Suncoast was kind enough to provide 2 replacement T25 screws just in case the old ones were missing, which they weren't. So those are good to just have just in case other ones fall off at some point. So that's it. We're all set with the brand new spoiler lip. The whole process took maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes with me fiddling around with taking videos here and there to demonstrate it. So much faster than I thought it was going to be. Pretty easy. Thanks to user Lodi on Renlist for giving some pointers as to how the process is done. Looks great, and it should be good for maybe half a second a lap of clean air at the Glen. So we'll see next week. Catch you guys later.